My wife's family tried to steal our house while she was in a coma. Sign here and we'll handle everything while you focus on Melissa, my father-in-law Richard said, sliding papers across the hospital cafeteria table, while my wife lay unconscious 3 floors up. He'd been unusually helpful since the accident, bringing coffee, offering to handle logistics, even calling me son for the first time in 7 years. 6 days earlier, Melissa had been hit by a car while jogging. The doctors induced a coma to reduce brain swelling, saying she'd likely wake up within 2 weeks. Richard and Carol had practically moved into the hospital, taking shifts, organizing meal trains, being the perfect supportive parents. These insurance forms are time-sensitive, Carol added gently, rubbing my shoulder. We know you're exhausted. Let us help carry this burden. I was exhausted. I'd barely slept since the accident, living on hospital coffee and vending machine sandwiches. Richard had been handling all the calls from concerned friends, fielding questions I couldn't answer. You've done so much already, I said, genuinely grateful. Family supports family, Richard said warmly. That's what we do. Derek, Melissa's brother, appeared with fresh coffee. Hey man, Mom's right. You look wiped. Why don't you go home, shower, get some real sleep? We'll stay with Mel. It was the nicest they'd ever been to me. During our wedding, Richard had joked about Melissa marrying down. When I was between jobs, Carol suggested Melissa could do better. When we bought our house without their input, Derek called me controlling. But crisis changes people, right? I should probably read through these first, I said, reaching for the stack of papers. Of course, Richard said, though his hand hesitated on them for just a second. Take your time. Well, not too much time. Insurance companies, you know how they are. I started reading. The first few pages were indeed insurance forms. Then something felt off about the language on page 4. The words property and transfer appeared in a section about medical decisions. What's this part? I asked, pointing to the dense paragraph. Standard medical power of attorney stuff, Richard said quickly, in case decisions need to be made about long-term care facilities. But I'm her husband. I'm already her medical proxy. Right, but this creates a backup. God forbid you're not available or something happens to you too. It made sense, kind of, but something in my gut twisted. I'll have my friend look at these. He works in insurance. Richard's jaw tightened almost imperceptibly. That seems unnecessary. Every day we delay costs money. What costs? The insurance covers everything. For now, Carol said. But if she needs extended care, the doctors said 2 weeks. Doctors can be wrong, Derek interjected. We need to think long-term. There it was, a crack in the perfect supportive family facade. That night, Richard called 6 times. Not 18 like I'd initially told people when recounting this story. 6 was enough to be concerning without seeming crazy. He left voicemails about time-sensitive deadlines and protecting Melissa's future. My insurance friend Brian looked at the papers the next morning. This isn't just medical power of attorney, he said slowly. This would give them control over all her assets if she's incapacitated for more than 30 days. But she won't be. According to this, she's already been incapacitated for 6. They've backdated it to the accident. My blood went cold. Our house had tripled in value since we bought it. Richard had mentioned that fact at least once every family dinner. When I returned to the hospital, they were in Melissa's room with someone in a suit. Who's this? Family friend, Richard said smoothly. Just visiting. But I saw the briefcase, the legal pad, the way everyone stopped talking when I entered. I need to speak with my wife alone. She's in a coma, Carol said. She can't hear you. The doctors say she might. Familiar voices help. They left reluctantly. The suited man lingered until I stared him down. That afternoon, I hired my own lawyer. We discovered Richard had already tried to file paperwork with the city, claiming I was an unfit spouse. He'd also called our mortgage company, on Melissa's behalf, to discuss options. The social media campaign started 2 days later. Carol posting about how I was struggling to cope with reality. Derek sharing concerns about my paranoid behavior. Extended family calling me, suggesting I accept help. On day 10, Melissa woke up. Her first word was my name. When her parents rushed in with tears and flowers, she watched them silently. Then she asked the nurse to check the visitor's log. I want to see every day, every person, every time. Richard went pale. In 10 days, they'd visited exactly 3 times before their lawyer appeared. The logs showed everything. Sweetheart, we can explain, Carol started. Explain why you tried to steal our house while I was unconscious? They hadn't known she'd heard us talking. Coma patients sometimes can. Get out, she whispered, and leave your spare key to our house on the nightstand. They never had a spare key, but Richard's hand moved to his pocket automatically. He'd had one made somehow. The restraining order was filed a week later.